Hello everyone, it's Catherine here from Inky Finger Cat. I'm thinking of doing some scrapping. So I have just done a quick rummage through, gathered some papers. They're all sorts of different stuff. I am in a bid to just start using stuff up, because I'm tempted to buy new collections and kits and things like that. And I'm like, no, Catherine, use up what you've got before you buy any more because you've got too much stuff. So yeah, I had a whole load of photos printed, like loads of them, like a whole stack of photos. They're just things from within the last 12 months that I thought, oh, I might scrap some stuff. Just got very into it and watching a lot of YouTube videos, just quite relaxing. I've not been brilliantly well the last few weeks, on and off, so I've spent a lot of time on my phone, which it's really difficult when you watch a YouTube video, because what you really want to do is then go and buy some of the supplies that you've seen being used. So I'm in dangerous territory. So no, I need to use what I've got and try and get some pages done. I've decided to buy a new D-ring album to put all of my old, you possibly can't see, but up on the top, no, you can't see, right on the top of this there is some old post-bound albums, which were the first sort of albums that I bought. So I need to take the stuff out of those, get a new D-ring that'll probably fill, I think. Maybe I'm exaggerating how much is in those, but it might fill, or it might leave some spaces in there. And I think I want to do that and then start thinking about, right, hopefully I've made a little bit of a dent in my stash. I mean, I've been trying not to buy pattern paper for years now and I still seem to have loads of it, but maybe it'll have made a dent in the stash, and maybe then I can start thinking about scrapbooking properly again. But for the moment, I'm just inspired to get some pages done because I'm enjoying watching everybody else's being done. So, a lot of waffling. I will plop you into the clamp, which you can see it's lovely and wobbly up here. So hopefully I'll be able to get through the whole video without wobbling it, but you know, maybe not. And let's see what I end up making.
Okay, it's voiceover Catherine now. I ended up going onto Instagram, found some inspiration from Sarah Davies with this page, and decided that I was going to do a bit of a scrap lift on it. So first I grabbed that number paper. It is a cardstock rather than a paper. I've obviously used parts of it at some point in the past and decided to use it as an actual stencil rather than sticking it down. You never know, at some point it may end up getting used, even though it's now got loads of white gesso all over it. I did some splatter as well, and then that was quite wet, so I had to lay it to one side, and now I'm going to start chopping up the paper. I decided on strips because that's what Sarah had got on her page, and I thought that that would work really well with those number pieces. And because my gesso is still wet, I'm now using my 12 by 12 glass mat as my sort of reference point. So at this point I've added in some extra papers. So I've got that greeny, limey coloured paper. I've got the wood as well as those numbers. They're all from completely different places, and also these cut apart 4x3s, which again, no idea where they've come from. I've just had them in the stash for ages, so it's just a matter of me trying to use things up. But I thought that the colours all worked quite well together. They complemented each other. The cards were a little bit sort of brighter in colour than that number stuff, but it worked. It worked enough. You can see I've cut out that geotag. I don't end up using that, but this is me just sort of trying to get an idea of layout. But then I've realised that every time I'm doing everything, I'm moving it around, and also I want to distress everything. So distressing tools out, I am scraping it along the edges of the papers, and I end up with a lap full of fluff, really, paper fluff. But at this point I thought it's time to start committing. I'm just using little bits of glue to just stick them into place, because every time I try and layer them up, they end up shifting around and moving anyway. So this was my way of trying to get some of it done and some of it stable. Yep, still doing lots of paper distressing. There was a lot of strips of paper. So I've got my 2 main strip pieces, and I'm just checking now, and my background is dry enough so I can start gluing them in place. So on Sarah's layout, one was to the left and one was to the right, with the picture towards the left hand side. And now it's time to start working on my cluster around my photos. The photos were taken on and me glammed up before a night out with the hubby, and I'm very much in a process at the moment of trying to learn to love myself and to find the nice things about myself and treat myself like you would treat a friend. So that's what my journaling's about. I decided to add in some die cuts here. So I've got the orange circle die cuts that I've used like a stitch circle dies to create, and also those hearts on the right hand side, but you'll see in a minute the hearts in a little bit more detail. I went off camera for a little while because I was looking through all of my letter stash. I have so many letters, I really do. My quite large 12 by 12 box is overflowing. But not all of them are complete sets, so it's very difficult to find all the letters, but I ended up going with a title, because I could find the letters for it, of Glam Me. I'm taking Tim Holtz stickers and I'm adding things in there. And here we go, these white die cuts. I decided I wanted to stack them up so that they were a little bit more dimensional. And it was quite a thin white cardstock that I'd used. You can see all of the what's left behind on the left hand side there. But I've decided to add hearts to this because, again, I've decided that this journaling is about me starting to appreciate me and trying to find some joy in how I look, how I feel, and trying to enjoy life. So I've done my journaling, and then I go a little bit crazy with the pen, and everything gets a doodled edge. Everything. I just went a bit mad. But you know what? I like it. It's fine. It's what I like. I also went all the way around the outside of the page too and gave that a frame. Here I go. And I'm just doing rough doodled lines. I'm not thinking about very much. And then I've got an added squiggles in along the way too. Apart from these gems, that's this page done. So, yep, that is it done, I'm sure. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Please do give me a thumbs up if you did. Thumbs down if you didn't, that's also fine. Leave me a comment as to what you like about the page. And do you scrap pictures of yourself and find it difficult to find pictures that you like of yourself? Please do subscribe for more. There is one more page that I made out of these papers. So hit the notification bell so you're informed. Until next time, bye-bye.